YouTube channel 4 years ago, over 4 years ago, and started talking about certain investments and how they weren't beneficial for retail investors. And I could tell because of the men that were put in front of the camera and the message they were delivering. It was really weird. It's like almost biblical. I was like, what the hell? I was like, who's this prophet? Who's this truth sayer, this soothsayer? And it would always be some kid coked up on, Adderall and trying to tell you what's the next best bet, next thing to buy. Then I started seeing trends. I started seeing people. I started seeing the way they talk, the delivery. And I said, none of that is me. I saw no identity of who I am as a man, as a person, as an investor, and that. Then I saw someone who was a true fake from the minute I saw it, and I called it out, and everybody looked at me and said, Marantz, you can't do that. You can't paint everybody with a broad brush and say they're fake because they're not you. No, remember this. For the 13,000, almost 14,000 people that watch this show on YouTube, for the 17, 18,000 that watch it on TikTok, for the 7,000 that watch it on Facebook and Twitter, for all of you, add up all the numbers you want. Just remember, they're not you. It's not that they're not me. They're not you. I called out Richard Newton years ago. I said, you can't fake it till you make it. You can't be the OG Gallagher Willer. Oh my God, what's happening? Because you wrote letters to the board of directors demanding interviews, demanding answers, demanding direction. You tried to use your so-called position for leverage, your position with subscribers to say, this is the influence you have. Oh, we know about the influence. You claimed you would never get a haircut until Moas came, so you still haven't cut your hair. But I'll tell you what you have done. What I already knew what was happening. Because your reaction on earnings day said otherwise. I don't know if you guys remember this, but there were episodes ago, like a year ago, where Ryan Cohen announced that he was going to do a share offering. He says, okay, we're going to offer up some shares. Here we go, straight to the coffers. Not bond offerings, not raising capital via convertible notes. No, share offerings. There are two different instruments here. But when he did share offerings, you saw Richard Newton come out and blast it on his page and say, this is dumb. Oh my God, what is he doing? Because he was concerned about his calls, the calls that he made, that he had bought. And he said this. People forget, but I don't forget things. So when the story comes out, and I'm going to play a clip for you right now because I just want you to hear it, okay? Because it's not going to make sense. It's not going to make sense until I play the final clip. But I want you to hear this story that Richard Newton's talking about the day that GameStop and Roaring Kitty, Roaring Kitty's out here doing interviews, or live streams. But GameStop's at $46 at this point. And here's what he says last year when it's at $46.
Need to be covered right now. If there's anyone short in any capacity on this thing, because basically a naked call is another way of shorting, as someone pointed out today on Superstock or yesterday. It's just a more complicated form of shorting. So if anyone is still short on this thing in any way, either through direct shorting, on naked calls, any kind of swap positions, long duration, whatever's, like, guys, GameStop just threw you a lifeline you apparently didn't take a couple weeks ago because stock is going crazy still. You should have bought those 50 million. Now you've got the opportunity to buy another 75 million shares. I just have to say, please close your trade. Buy the shares. Stop betting against a company that's printing money and has many things it can do now. Don't dig your hole deeper. Strongly consider your position. In the same way I tell people that are bullish and long on this thing, yeah, our bull case is pretty great. Loving our bull case here. Kind of just like wake up in the middle of the night, just think about look how healthy this company is. This is great. Bears, revenue's down a bit, Stores are kind of closing. This company's sitting on now $4 billion. Please stop. For the health of the global economy and everything in our universe first, like, just buy some shares from GameStop right here. They're giving you the shares at a premium, of course, but like, you just go buy them. They're going to start dumping out here. Jeffries is probably going to start selling these things. I'm hopeful they do it immediately. They did last time. Will they do it again this time immediately? See, maybe it just levels out at 40. That would be crazy. Anyway, that's this video, you guys. As I said just a few short hours ago, you never know what's going to happen next with GameStop. We got a live stream from Warren Kitty.
So he said it's going to level out at 40. You never know. People just buy your shares. You know, this is what he was talking about when GameStop was coming down in price. Okay? Now I'm going to play for you in the entirety. I'm going to let it play. Shout out to the 24 people live right now in the Meltdown for having this clip. I couldn't believe it. That this son of a bitch is going to lie to people every day that he makes videos. Every day. And he says it, and I quote, he says, well, I couldn't have made this video a year ago because people wouldn't let me make this video a year ago. Oh, you're one of those, man. I've heard that phrasing before. You're one of those. You're a liar. Zero integrity, Mr. Richard Newton. Zero integrity. Let's see what you have to say now. Now that you know all the moves.
Honest videos I've ever posted. And it's not that I've ever wanted to be dishonest. I wanted to just talk about my own learnings. I hesitate to do this, but I'm just going to do it anyway, because it's like, let's just talk all about what I've done personally, be specific, and hopefully people can take away something and learn from my own failings and successes. So this has been very, very challenging for a long time, and I went Delta Zero. What does that mean? That means I wanted zero exposure to GameStop. With that kind of volatility and everything going on it, I sold my whole position. So sold everything right here in the pre-market, and I'm extremely happy I did that. This is probably the best thing I ever did involving GameStop to date, because it allowed me to reset my mind, reset all those years, all that work I'd put in. It's hard to even describe how much work that was. And obviously make a big gain.
All those years? All that work? What the fuck did you do? Did you go to GameStop? Did you buy shit for people? Did you go to the street, give it away, enlighten the crowd, educate people about GameStop? Did you do that? What'd you do? You sat in the AC room, not brushing your hair? I don't understand right now. The greatest thing you ever did, oh my God, this is a weak-minded person. You couldn't take 3 years of going sideways? You couldn't find dips to buy? No, I sold it at the pre-market. Allegedly, you sold it at the top of every tick and the bottom of every bottom. And now you tell people. Now comes the information. After it's played out for a year, now you're the best trader known to man. Not while it's happening, Dick Newton. You literally lied to people, telling them that, hey, I'm with it, I'm bullish. Oh, look at this 40, look at this, look where I'm at. The whole fucking time you're lying, kid. It's so disgusting, man. You know, Richard, there's YouTubers out here that just take. PP seeds, trades, Matthew Kors. All they do is take. I get that, man. But do you know what's even worse than that? Someone who admits the truth. Someone who lies to people and they look them dead in the face, right in their eyes. Then what do? Oh, turn off the comments on the videos. Oh, you don't think so? All the shit's turned off. Now we're here, we're looking at you saying, look at Richard, he gets to be promoted to people, pushed out to people, and he sold everything. Every time. Oh, it's just taxes, guys. No, it's not. It's conviction. You don't believe half the shit you say. Look at the bull case versus the bearish case. Look at this. We have a lot to wake up and look forward to. Why were you pissed off again when Ryan Cohen was offering up shares and your calls came out of the money? What was the problem there? If you just hit it so big? Nah, you're a degenerate. And you're a fake and a fraud. And I knew it then, and I still know it today.
And all that stuff. But so did that. Went Delta Zero. So took the arrow and got rid of it, right? And I was like, let's just wait and see what's going on here. And then the company started doing a share offering. So I bought the share offering. I was like, this seems like a good opportunity to get shares. I don't remember what I bought at. I think it was around 23 or something. So my share count went up, and I don't remember what it went up to. It's been a long time, but I think it was like something like this. So I was like, okay, we'll probably see a cycle, another one. And then Roaring Kitty decided to scheduled his live stream for the next day, and we boosted on June 6th. And I was like, okay, well, when they halted it at 44, I was like, halting seems scary. So I dumped like half my position. I was like, you know what? I don't like halts anymore. Halts terrify me. And then it just kept going up. And I was like, oh, wow, okay, it's still going up. I think I was at 44 when I dumped half. And then it went up to 67, and I dumped like almost all the rest. Had like not much left. And then the next day was the share offering. And I like increased my position during the share offering. And then now it's like here. All right. So I like selling to gigantic VWAP orders. So this time it was like 67. I guess you could say 44. Somewhere in here was where I sold. I had taken enough money off the table to pay taxes, which were extraordinary, by the way, and donate. Made sure to put that aside too. And what else? I think that's, and just like take some money off the table just to be prudent. It's like YOLOing all into GameStop doesn't seem like the smartest thing in the universe. But a comment that will never leave my memory is somebody said, when I started talking about options, Newton, it sounds like you're gambling. And I couldn't think of it more as the opposite. When I am directionally exposed singularly in one way, especially with large sizing, that's gambling. That's like going and buying a lottery ticket and hoping for the best outcome. Hedging via options is actually taking some of your arrows and saying, well, what if a scenario here, like an offering I didn't anticipate, happens? Is there a way to cap my upside to maybe benefit a little bit on the downside? That way, if that unexpected thing, well, expected but low probability maybe, thing occurs, I don't just feel bad, right? I can make a bad situation into a good situation by sacrificing.
The key word is feel. So you don't feel bad. That's what we have here. We have feelings. The same feeling you had when all that work I've done. I have feelings too, Richard. I have feelings about you.
A little bit of the good side to reap some benefit on the downside. That's hedging. And that's where options give you options. So even though I was green, I was selling call options into a move up. And people might be like, that's ridiculous. Why would you do that? I was continually taking premium off the table. And then I sold some aggressive call options much closer to the money, so that when this thing did drop off a cliff, as was a probability, not a certainty, I actually felt pretty good because I was able to do what the company just did, which is in a big run up, sell call options at the money. The company just sold 30 strikes when the stock was at 30. I did something very similar back here. There's all kinds of headwinds, right? So what's the company doing? Building a gigantic hedge. The company has basically sold 4-point-something billion in calls at strike of 30 to get a whole bunch of cash. They're sitting on the cash. Everyone wants them to spend it. I'm like, well, the company's doing one thing. I should learn. So I'm doing something very similar. I've got a lot, and then maybe someday we'll get here. That would be fun too. And I'll let you guys know. I mean, why not? But I do not think people are ready for a conversation at all like this. A month ago, 2 months ago, 6 months ago, or a year ago, had I made a video like this a year ago, that would not have gone over very well at all. And I didn't know enough to even make the video. Honestly, I have to kind of talk about things as I learn and feel comfortable talking about them. But I do not think people are ready for a conversation at all like this. A month ago, 2 months ago, 6 months ago, or a year ago, had I made a video like this a year ago, that would not have gone over very well at all.
Yep. That's the difference, bros. That's the difference between real people and fake. Worried about what's going to go over well, what you're going to say, how you're going to say it. How about you just tell the truth? You're a liar. In every video you made over for the last year and a half, you lied the whole time. You've never once talked about hedging and taking your profits. You rode them aggressively in the money, like close to in the money, and then it fell off like you predicted they would. That's not what you said in your videos. You've had videos and you've never said it's about to drop off, it's about to fall off. You've never had that. You don't know when it's going to fall because you didn't know that they were going to offer convertible notes. They're not calls, dumbass. There's just so much that's not here, man. I hate it because he uses the Bible and he uses Christianity as a disguise. Like, he doesn't even understand his greed is what takes over. It's just so not real. It's all fake to me. If you were going to be a real person, then just come out and be a fucking real person. Like, say it, bro. There's plenty of people out here. Like, Tetron comes out. Tetron says stocks go left. That's just what he says. He's just ignorant. We get that part. Then he's out here gambling, you know, and he shows you when he loses. You haven't shown me one trade, bro. I show my position every day. Every day that I'm live. Here's my position. Here's what I hold. Here's what I bought. Here's what I never sold. And allegedly, this guy has hit the top and the bottom of every run. And then he proceeds to say, I don't remember what I sold at, but I took some profit. It wouldn't be prudent for me to just put it all into GameStop. So then you don't believe anything you say. You stand for nothing. And you say you don't know where you took profit, Richard, but you sure as hell know all the steps along the way, huh? Where you hedge. And there's videos out there, man. I couldn't even go through all of them. You're a snake and a half, dude. It's the same business model, not just as trades. It's of all of them, man. Swing trading, trying to stay ahead of it, writing covered calls. They don't understand. They don't get what it means, man. Do you know what it means to make a video like that? Anybody in the influencer world, I know it's so hard to take. Like, I tell my brother this stuff. I tell everybody this stuff. Like, when you make videos, you have to be aware everyone's watching. Certainly when you're talking about finance, people are going to start mimicking what you do, and they're going to get ruined and wrecked. This is why I hate gamblers, right? Like, oh, no, I'm a professional gambler. Are you? Wait a minute. How many professional gamblers are successful? How many day traders and swing traders are successful? Nearly zero. They're always starting out with a new gimmick. Oh, I'm starting a new fund. I'm going to start making new videos. My name's Cameron, man. I'm a day trader. My first one made $10 million. I'm here now to start from scratch at 1,000. Trade trades. I'm doing the $2,000 challenge this week. The dude had $2 million last year. Has zero today. Why would I want to listen to him? I can show you an account right now. I had 25 grand. It's at 90 grand right now. I could show it to you. Do I? Nope. I don't show you guys shit other than a cash account where I'm buying GameStop and I hold it. But what I do with my money, where I'm like, hey man, I wonder if I have that. Maybe that's my retirement fund. Maybe I just hit it and they gave me a lot of shares. Why would I ever come out here and go, you know what, guys? Here's how you can do it. You can do it too. Unless I was disciplined and it made sense. No one's disciplined here. Not this guy. He's reckless. Completely reckless. To go ahead and say that you sold your whole position and then came back in and not explain how long you held it, how old are your shares, how much taxes did you pay. It's all bullshit, man. It's complete bullshit. You will wreck someone's life. People don't understand this part. There are kids out here who take their lives because they don't understand margin accounts. I was asked this question the other day, Marantz, what about a margin account? Should I get it? If you believe so much in GameStop, why don't you do margin? And I was like, whoa, wait a minute. You want me to take loans out to make investments? That's not the way this works. That's gambling. You want to sleep at night, guys? Be truthful to yourself. I'm telling you, go back to work, man. Go back to work. This is crazy. Yeah, hey Charlie, look at this, Charlie. You have a bad problem. You have a hard time believing it. Here's what I do, Charlie. To guys like you that don't have a clue. Remember, you can do it one time. Richard Newton has showed his colors about 3 or 4 times in the 4 years. You can't hide it forever, man. You'll get caught slipping. You'll get caught slipping because you let your true colors show. I let my true colors show all the time. This is who I am. And I also tell you who I'm not. What's that, Mom?
Eat this and tell me how many more you want.
What is it?
Tostada chicken.
A chicken tostada. My wife wants to interrupt the show with a chicken tostada. Homemade. I smelled it in the crock pot all day. This is what you want me
You made me wait, so it got soft.
I don't care. Mom, you know I'm
So I tried to walk in and I stopped because you were on.
I don't even care, bro. I'm always yelling, Mom. But hold on. Save that for me for later. I'll take 2.
More
No, just 2 total. I don't need to eat too much.
for later.
No, just I'm gotta do a show. I just want to taste it. Shit. Thank you, babe. You guys see those new juice boxes I opened? You guys don't see a juice box? Go to your GameStop and ask for one of these. See if it's in the back room. They had a juice box, and it's a 1 TGC slab. It's a Pokemon card that's graded already, right? They're already graded. I opened them on my other video. I got a Gem Mint 10 CGC graded, right there, Japanese card. Yeah, that's awesome. And then I got a 9.5 Lapras EX Japanese edition. Boom. So it was all right. When I saw the values, I was like, at $30, I paid 30 for 30. Basically what it was. I have some other slabs there that I got in, so not a big deal. Anyway, I'll what she said, saw you all red up and wanted to calm you down. Yeah, mama came in with no Coke Zero. How are you going to bring me some food and no Coke Zero? I need a Coke Zero. Thanks to Marantz, all my morning breakfasts are egg and avocado and tortillas with lemon cilantro and pepper. So good before I hit the gym. You're welcome, Rocco. You know, we're just out here trying to save lives, one investor at a time. I do want to tell you, I made a couple of videos this weekend. One was about AMC and HYMC. Another one was about AMC. Another one was about, I haven't done the Mullen Automotive one, but I could do that. I can go more depth and detail on that. I'm just killing it out here right now, doing some homework, revisiting some stories on some investments. And, you know, these guys, they think they have it. They think they have it. We're going to talk about some charts here. We're going to talk about Bitcoin specifically. Right now, in the after hours, or in the pre-market, whatever, overnight market as they call it, GameStop's trading at $22.91. I want to talk about Bitcoin. So if you guys see the shaded area here, this is when Ryan Cohen bought 4,710 Bitcoin for GameStop. Now, the stock price right now, or Bitcoin price right now, is at 101. If GameStop bought at 93,000 at the very bottom over here at the beginning of this square, then they have a price at around $440 million for the Bitcoin that they bought. If they bought it at the tippy top, they're at 527. So that variance there is about $87,000 per coin. What that comes out to is millions of dollars, or I'm so sorry, what was that, 112? $112,000 was the difference between the bottom and the top. 112,000. I wrote it wrong. And the difference can be 48 million to about 87 million from top to bottom. Meaning GameStop's going to be in control of around $40 million to $50 million, the way my averages work, on profits. That's basically what they have. If they lose $50 million, let's say this thing comes crashing down by the end of June. Remember, by the end of July is when GameStop gets the record date. It's May, June, July. The end of July, whatever Bitcoin is at, that will be the profits from the price that they bought it to the price that it closes out. And that's what GameStop gets to report as profit on their balance sheet. A lot of people don't understand that part, but we're going to see it in real time. People are scared of the war. People are scared of bombing. And we'll see how it all plays out. Right now, as you see here in the overnight, we're already down from 595 all the way down to 592. So the market opened up at 591. We'll see how far this thing can drop. You know how I feel about it. I had talked about it that I felt we were on a downturn. This was curving down because, well, let me get rid of that. Do this for you. Let me delete that. I felt that this was going to go ahead and fall off this cliff, and it is. It's going to go ahead and come on down. You're going to test that 50-day moving average right there, that 57.36. You'll test that for support. You'll fall in this window here. You'll come down about 5% on the whole market. That's what I anticipate. Once it comes down that 5%, we'll see if we have a true drop-off, and we'll go ahead and retest this bottom at around 4,800. That's the next step for the whole economy. Now, for GameStop, a little different. GameStop's battling back from this bottom mark right here, but this is going to be your weekly. As we see the weekly play out for GameStop, still within that golden road, we're still walking uphill. It's really easy to do. All you have to do is keep buying and holding and love your company. Some people don't do that. Some people out here think they can pull off magnificent trades. I will just tell you that if you're Richard Newton, the only thing you're going to pull, dude, you're not pulling chicks, you're pulling muscles, bro. You're pulling leg muscles. That's about all you got going on, and it's unfortunate. It is that this is how we invest. This is what we do. GameStop, you guys know I'm on the 8,000 watch right now. If you do not know what that means, here's what that means on the 8,000, okay? This is what it's going to be right now. As of this weekend, after GameStop did everything they do for trading cards and collectibles, you'll see what they have available to the public here. You can buy. And I've seen them, and I want to come in and buy some more because you guys know I buy a lot of PSA-graded cards. To give an example, not only did I buy the juice boxes, I also bought these bad boys right here lately. I bought all these just this week. I'll continue to buy stuff from GameStop. I talked to my wife today, and I said, hey, my GameStop budget has to increase because I just want to keep supporting the store, but I also want to support the giveaways we have going on because I want to do a Christmas giveaway for the channel where I give away PSA-graded cards, the ones that are worth, I gave away already in 2 videos over $3,000, almost $4,000 worth of PSA-graded cards. Trade-in value was the ones that we were saying out loud. Retail value is a lot higher than the trade-in value. So those cards are all worth hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Now look at this. 7,932 cards right now on the website available to grab. PSA graded 8, 9, and 10. 7,932. What a great spot to come grab them. This is an organized website. You can explain what you're looking for. I love GameStop. It's amazing, right? This is the route the company's going, and I'm all for it. Plenty of games out there to buy. We know that the restock is coming for the Switch 2. Multiple places are getting restocked coming up within the month. You also have the new cards that came out. You have these new SpaceX trading cards that everybody was buying. Go ahead and look at the Discord. People were posting the orders, even on Twitter. Very excited about that. I'm excited about the weekly chart. I'm excited about the monthly and the quarterly charts. But I'm going to show you guys a little bit like a reality for you guys who are scared about buying GameStop or you think it's going to take off. And some of you guys start stretching yourself then. See, Richard, I do something a little different. I give the reality. I give the reality of what we're looking at. Right now, we have people scared that GameStop might just take off. And it might. Okay, and it might. You just never know when you're going to wake up. But I'll tell you what. I saw the options with the max paying somewhere in the $25 price range. So I think we're going to be okay. But I want to show you this move here. This move right here from $2.61 down here at the time is a 4-to-1 split. So it's maybe like around $10, right? All the way up to 40, which would be the equivalent. GameStop did that. GameStop took from $2 to 10, which would be a 4x run. 400% run on the stock, but I want to show you how it happens, okay? Now look what you do. You have your 50-day moving average. It dips below your 200-day. That's a death cross. You're now going down. You have a touch. Do you see how it gets so close? Right here. This is the weekly chart, guys. It got so close, then it broke out and it finally crossed. Look at your movement. You took from here, which was August, all the way to the peak of November of the next year. It took 1 year to go up 400%. 1 year to go up the equivalent of the stock 4 times, all the way up. Okay? Now listen, 1 year. Go sideways, whatever it may be, boom, boom, boom. Listen to me, guys. You're here. You're here now. If we're here at this bottom and you see this right here, you see the 50-day, The 50, yeah, okay, we're good. The 50-day is the green line. You see it touching. We're ready to have this golden cross. We're ready to get back up. We got so close. We haven't crossed yet, but when we cross, it might take you a year to go from $23 to $100. You can do it. Go all the way to $100. Now we're in this range. That's what we plan on doing over the next year. How do I know? Well, it's happened before. It's happened before. Now look at this one. When you were here, after it happened, and you went here, you got to the 100, okay, the equivalent of 4x. You spread apart. You then started going sideways again. And we had this bearish run where we went under. Well, let me tell you what happened later. Not only did you go back down to the $2 a share, you exploded and had a 132x run. You had a run 132 times the stock price, and it killed it on a golden cross. So it can happen, guys. You can go sideways here. We can then have a good little run sideways up here, come down a little bit. We'll end up hitting this yellow line again, this extended yellow line. You're never going to get rid of this yellow line, okay? I just want to let people know that right now. And I need a new mouse, by the way. My button broke, so I've been doing it. I have to go to GameStop tomorrow and go get a new mouse. I'll just do it. So we're going to keep going for the next year. We'll end up here. This will be your yellow line. You'll hit the bottom, and we'll be out of here. We'll be trading somewhere up here. 4x from there will be around $400 to $500 a share. Sounds crazy to some people, but they don't understand supply and demand on this stock. They don't understand the true value of this company. Just to give you an example, if the stock price was anywhere near, the market cap that is, let's just say $30 billion, right? $30 billion, because that's what GameStop's selling itself at. Hey, Richard, did you know $30 calls, as you called them, it's really a $30 billion valuation for the company? They literally offered 9% of their company at a $30 billion valuation. They offered 4.5% of their company at a $30 valuation. Now, people are giving them a 30% clip on top of that because they want to make profits. So GameStop's coming in at $40 billion valuation per senior note, convertible note that they're selling. That is the value of GameStop right now. I don't think people even understand how much money they're getting based off of Wall Street offering it to them because they know at a 0% interest, they know that it's dead. You got to take it. You got to take it because you know it's going. It's going to go all the way through to the moon. They can play out sideways all you want for a year. And you're going to see guys like this claim they take money top and bottom. Who gives a shit? Guys, Wall Street's buying in. That's where the billions of dollars comes from. You want to talk about $4.2 billion over the last quarter? Over the last 90 days, GameStop has raised $4.2 billion. Are you guys listening? We're in a world that doesn't want to give you money. We're in a world where cash is expensive. I promise you. Go ask any bank. They actually shut down their loan facilities. No bank's actually giving out personal loans. It's impossible to get money. GameStop offers shares. What happens? They offer notes. Everybody comes buys them. And I'm not talking about us. I'm talking about Wall Street, guys. Wall Street, hedge funds. This is what's happening. It's really happening. Now you give them $30 billion, right? You give this with value. Okay, well now leverage that. Leverage that and give me what you're really worth. Give me 5x on book. And you know what's even the craziest part? Like when I think about GameStop, I said they should be trading 10x book like every other S&P 500 company, right? And they do. Retail companies, everybody trades 5x book. Everybody, at least, at a minimum. Okay, minimum. A lot of people trade 10 times book. Well, you know what's the craziest part about that book? A lot of people have built in what they call goodwill, right? So GameStop has no goodwill, which is fine. Let me show you what I mean by this. Look at this, okay? I'm going to show you something crazy. Let's go to AMC. I love doing this for people that need to get educated because there's still some AMC guys who don't understand the damn investment. And you want to go here. You want to go to AMC and you want to go to your balance sheet, okay? And you're going to go trailing 12, which is fine. Go to trailing 12. And now I want you to go ahead and take on your assets, okay? Assets minus liabilities. Boom. So you see it there. Not only are they $8.5 billion in retained losses, meaning they'll never make back the money that they've ever spent. They'll never make back $8.5 billion. Nobody will. Now, not only that, they have shareholder deficit, not equity, shareholder deficit of $1.7 billion. But I want you to take out of the assets, delete the goodwill, $2.3 billion. They're carrying goodwill. That eventually burns off, guys. If you were to take that out of the transaction, the $2.3 billion, you would add it here. They would be negative $4 billion on goodwill. Negative $4 billion. That's how terrible of an investment AMC is. Now, you talk about value. I want you to look at GameStop. GameStop hasn't acquired anything yet, but when they acquire, they get goodwill. Okay. Now look at this. GameStop has $7.5 billion, liabilities of $2.5 billion. They're $5 billion ballparking it without any goodwill. Retained earnings are swinging from 272, 275, all the way to positive. Next quarter, positive. So what are you looking at? You're looking at one of the best companies. Look at this growth in cash. It's even going to go even higher. There's no way that this should be trading where it's at. It should be 5x that book at a minimum, right? Or 10. So what should the shares be? $66. What would that be? That would be a $60 billion valuation. Like after they convert all this, they have $1 billion shares in the coffers, okay? And I have this in my head that they're actually going to put those out to the public because that's what the value is right now. They're giving you extra every time they offer shares, every time they offer notes, boom, it's coming from the coffers. They can't overexpose themselves beyond $1 billion. That's fine. You already have $30 billion in there total. Whatever we put out, great. We're at 590 million shares right now at $30 all the way up to 38, right? If you take the tick of the 30%, so 40 times 6 is $24 billion. That's the ballpark. You're in the S&P 500. Now the world wants to buy you. Now the world wants to buy you, and every ETF rebalance, every index fund comes out. Everybody includes GameStop at that point. That's when the rockets happen. Why can't people wait for this shit to happen? Why do they have to manufacture? Why do they have to think they can do it themselves? GameStop's already doing it. Chill, bros. They're here. It's really simple to understand. But this is a company that used to trade at $4 book, 2.5 times book, and it was okay. At $10 a share, right? That's what Wall Street put it down as. They're 2.5 times book right now. 2x book, whatever it may be. Nah, no way. Not with this much cash. You should not be trading when cash per share is at $10.45 and we just took on, guys, it's not even in this number yet. We just brought in another $2.7 billion. Get the hell out of here, man. Get the hell out of here. Cash on hand is massive. It's bigger than any company you could ever imagine. GameStop. They have more cash or just as much as Walmart. Yes, Walmart. They have the same amount of cash. GameStop's killing it, bros. Pay attention. Oh, I know. I need dividends. I had a guy come up and goes, I read about GameStop and they're buying Bitcoin. This is not what you want to do. I said, dude, old timer, calm down, bros. Calm down. If you knew what they did backed assets on Bitcoin, $400 million. Give me a break. That's all the assets they have in buildings and plants. That's it. Okay. I'm okay with that. Anyway, I can't just teach it all in one night to some people. People don't get it. They don't. Thank you. Thank you guys for all the kind. I read all the kind words. It's pretty cool. Thanks. I gotta go eat dinner, guys. That food was so damn good, it took me away. Mama knows how to get to my bottom rocks. Hey, guess what? I will be live this week. Tomorrow. What did I say I was gonna go buy? A new mouse. So I gotta go to GameStop tomorrow. I won't shop anywhere other than GameStop. But I should just order it and get it mailed to me. I'll do that. It'll still show up tomorrow anyway. There's only one. Yeah, it's GameStop. We know. Hey guys, do me a favor. Don't confuse these fake wannabe, GameStop elitists. They're not that. They're not us. These guys are fake and a half, man. I sold at the top and I bought back in at the bottom. Sold at the top and I bought back in at the bottom. I've been doing this forever and I'm just so good this year. As a matter of fact, I executed the trade so perfect that I didn't tell anybody until a year later after it was done. Because you guys wouldn't have been ready for the most perfect trader. Me. We know, Richard. We know. Hey, keep pumping that shit to other people, guys. Keep all of that going. All you guys, all you fake supporters of GameStop, you're the first dudes to sell. You're the first dudes to sell. 10 years from now, we won't even know your name. But you're going to know mine. GameStop. Can't stop, won't stop, GameStop. I told you. You can't get at me. I'll see you around, millionaires. Peace.
Welcome to Marantz Rantz, no advice on finance. Spin the wheel and take a chance. Get an NFT and a little education. The system got undertold, that knowledge is flotation. You wanna learn? Well, you came to right place. You're pumping AMC, might get slapped in the face. Get your due diligence, know who the villain is. Don't be a sheep when the shepherd's carnivorous. So come learn, laugh, and maybe you win big. And listen up, y'all, the wheel is not rigged. Everybody get a chance in the live chat. Kyoto spin wheel, you win just like that. Retail fight back and this retail winning. Y'all just wait, man, this is just the beginning. All fellow simians, GME group singing the truth. We just chillin', infinity pool swimming. So welcome to Marantz Rantz. A lot of knowledge but no advice on finance. Don't even need pants, you can tune in naked like Kenny the Mayo Man. Internet's most hated. Don't wanna lose your money, then it's time for you to listen. If you're ignorant, invest in AMC, a superstition. The stream about ready, they told us to don't dance. I do what I want. Welcome to Marantz Rantz. 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 Welcome to Marantz Rantz.